When scorching temps collide with summer fun, staying safe outdoors can be a challenge. And joining us today is Andie Lee Gonzalez, a licensed registered dietitian and scientist with Abbott. She's here to share smart hydration tips to help the whole family stay safe and enjoy the season. How are you this morning?
Doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is dehydration and how does it happen?
Simply put, dehydration is when your body loses more fluid than it's taking in. As it's losing fluid, it's also losing key electrolytes like special minerals like sodium, potassium, and chloride that help our bodies function properly. There's also some dehydration risks to think about. So these record high temperatures make us more prone to dehydration, intense workouts, and also airplane travel due to the low humidity in the airplane cabin. But I get it. I live in South Texas, and me and my family, we deal with heat year round. I'm a mom of 2 active kids, from cheer to soccer. I'm also a runner who loves being outdoors. And as a licensed registered dietitian at Abbott, I'm so excited to share a few hydration tips with you today.
Yeah, talking about hydration, why is it so important, and what signs should people watch for when it's time to, take a break?
That's a great question. What most people don't know is that 60 to 70% of our bodies are made up of water. And so losing as little as 2% of body weight due to dehydration can impact our body's ability to function optimally. So there is some signs you want to look out for, such as feeling fatigued, dizzy, irritable. You may also have a headache, dark colored urine, or even dry mouth. In children, it's different though. You want to look out for them playing less than usual or urinating less frequently. And I always tell my 2 active kids is that if they're already feeling thirsty, they're more likely already dehydrated. And so this is a good time to think about hydration and also electrolytes. And so we have a science-backed electrolyte drink like Pedialyte designed to help replenish fluids and electrolytes for both kids and adults. And we have different options. We have our Pedialyte Leader, our Pedialyte Sport, which is great for those who want to do long runs in the outdoors, or our Pedialyte Freezer Pops, which my kids love, and I also love, especially after a long run. It feels really good to have one of these. But these are all great options as part of that hydration plan.
Yeah, I know there have been some recent surveys to point to hydration amounts. When it comes to hydration, how much do people really know, and what did it reveal about them?
Yeah, so Abbott conducted a study with YouGov to learn how dehydration is impacting people in the US. And what it found was that over half of Americans would change their summer activities because of high temperatures. What it also found was that 92% couldn't identify all the signs and symptoms of dehydration. It also found that over 75% were unaware of how frequently they should be drinking water in high temperatures. And so one example is this: according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, they recommend that we should be drinking in high temperatures at least 1 cup of water every 15 to 20 minutes. And one thing that this insights have told me as a licensed registered dietitian is that more education, more awareness around hydration is important for people to have to better prepare for some of these summer activities, especially around these high temperatures.
Yeah, I know you said that you and your family are super active, love to get outdoors. So what are some of your go-to ways to stay hydrated during the summer?
Yeah, so some to go to is making sure that you have a hydration plan in place is really key. And so there's 3 top things that I'd like for you to consider. One is just know the signs of dehydration. I mentioned earlier, feeling fatigued, dizzy, irritable. You also want to have that hydration plan in place, which includes sipping water throughout the day and also electrolytes. So, putting in some Pedialyte, sipping throughout the day before those activities, especially if you're going to be outdoors in high heat. And then also adding fruits and vegetables like I have here today are, great snacking as far as cucumbers, strawberries, watermelon can all be built into that hydration plan. And then third, if you're going to be outdoors, make sure you make a plan for those cooling breaks. And so take a sunshade, take an umbrella, avoid being under that direct sun for long periods of time. It's going to be really key to help your body regulate its temperature. And so those top 3 things are really key as part of, again, better preparing for some of those outdoor activities.
Yeah, great tips, Andie. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. Now, guys, remember, staying hydrated isn't just important, it's essential, especially during these hot summer months. For more information and helpful resources, head to Pedialyte.com.